Ever wondered what really changes when you cross into your 80s? Not just the wrinkles or the slower pace, but something deeper, something quieter, something that reshapes how you feel, think, and even how you see the world. Turning 80 is a profound milestone, not just a number, but a turning point in life's story. It marks the beginning of a season that comes with its own rhythm, its own wisdom, and yes, its own set of challenges. No matter how well you've taken care of yourself, certain changes are going to happen. Physically, emotionally, and socially. Some may surprise you. Others might feel like longtime companions finally stepping into the light. This video isn't about fear. It's about clarity. It's a gentle walk through 5 natural shifts that occur after 80 and how to embrace them with strength, grace, and awareness. Whether you're already in this chapter of life, approaching it, or caring for someone who is, understanding these changes can transform how you move through the years ahead. We'll explore everything from the body's quiet transformations to the brain's slower but wiser pace to the way relationships evolve and meaning deepens. These aren't warning signs, they're milestones of a life richly lived. So settle in. Let's take this moment to pause, breathe, and reflect on the journey. You may just walk away with a new appreciation for the beauty of aging. And before we begin, take a second to tap the like button if you're ready to age with strength and intention. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Active Life, where we bring you thoughtful, uplifting content every single day, designed to help you thrive, not just survive, after 80. Let's begin. Shift number 1. Your body's energy system enters a new phase. There comes a point in your 80s when your body begins speaking a new language. It doesn't yell or push, it whispers. What used to feel like a warm-up might now be your workout. Climbing stairs, bending down for the garden, or even getting out of bed takes a bit more intention. Meet Wallace, a soft-spoken 81-year-old from Oregon who once guided mountain trails. Now, he listens to the rhythm of his body like never before. I used to walk for hours, he says. Now I walk for purpose. Why does this happen? As we age, muscle fibers shrink, bones lose density, and the heart pumps more slowly. The mitochondria, the little energy factories in our cells, become less efficient. So yes, fatigue comes easier and recovery takes longer. But aging isn't surrender. It's adaptation. Wallace has built a new routine around what his body can do well now. Morning Tai Chi, light gardening with frequent breaks, and twice-weekly balance training. He no longer chases performance, he cultivates presence. And don't overlook nutrition and hydration. A diet rich in lean proteins, greens, and anti-inflammatory foods can help preserve both energy and mobility. Wallace drinks water first thing every morning, stretches in the sun, and enjoys his meals slowly and mindfully. Aging in your 80s means learning the fine art of pacing. Move when your body feels ready, rest when it asks for it, and celebrate every step you can take because every one of them counts. Shift number 2. The mind slows down but grows deeper. Reaching your 80s often brings a noticeable change, not in intelligence, but in speed. Mental gears turn more slowly, especially when switching tasks or recalling newer details. But something else happens too, a deepening of thought, wisdom, and awareness that can be even more powerful. Dolores, an 83-year-old poet from Montana, puts it best, I used to think quickly. Now I think richly. She finds herself choosing her words with more care, reflecting longer before making decisions, and soaking in ideas like never before. This isn't a flaw in the brain. It's a shift in how the brain prioritizes. While processing speed and short-term memory naturally decline with age, long-term memory, language comprehension, and emotional intelligence often remain intact or even improve. Neurologically, this is due to structural changes in the brain, slower neural communication, reduced dopamine production, and changes in the prefrontal cortex. But these changes aren't negative. They're part of an evolution that promotes emotional maturity, greater patience, and refined decision-making. Dolores keeps her brain active with daily journaling, weekly book clubs, and puzzles that challenge her memory and logic. She also practices mindfulness meditation, which studies show can reduce cognitive decline and enhance clarity. And let's not forget the social side. Conversations, storytelling, and laughter with others help keep the mind engaged. Dolores talks with her great-granddaughter every Sunday via video chat, sharing poems and family stories that connect generations. Cognitive changes in your 80s may mean adjusting expectations, but they also unlock a deeper, more meaningful way of thinking. Give yourself space to enjoy that evolution. If you're still watching, drop a comment below saying, "Still thinking strong," to let us know you're with us. Shift number 3. Friendships become fewer but more precious. One of the most poignant transformations in your 80s happens in your social world. The crowd thins out, invitations slow, and gradually, life starts revolving around a tighter circle of people you truly care about. Geraldine, 86, from the quiet coast of Maine, once hosted monthly dinners for her bridge group. Now, she shares tea every Tuesday with her neighbor and calls her daughter every evening. "I may have fewer friends," she says, "but the love feels bigger." As people age, mobility issues, health problems, and loss of peers lead to smaller social networks. But this isn't always a loss. It's often a refocusing, choosing meaningful relationships over surface-level interactions. Fewer connections often mean deeper ones. Geraldine talks about her neighbor, Lila, as a soul sister, someone who not only checks on her but truly understands her. They started writing a memory journal together, a living scrapbook of stories, laughter, and lessons. Of course, shrinking social circles can bring sadness too, especially after the loss of longtime friends. That grief is real. But with today's tools, seniors can stay connected in new ways. Geraldine uses a tablet for video chats, voice memos, and even participates in an online storytelling group. She also finds joy in intergenerational friendships, mentoring a local teenager in embroidery through a community program. These kinds of connections add new purpose and keep the spirit vibrant. Aging reshapes your social life, but it doesn't end it. It clarifies what matters: authenticity, empathy, and presence. Shift number 4. The senses whisper instead of shout. Have you noticed how soft the world becomes with age? The sounds are gentler, the colors shift, the flavors change. This is one of the quiet realities of aging, the subtle fade of the senses. Percival, 85, a retired train conductor from Idaho, says, "The world feels like it's turned down a notch, but I'm learning to listen in a new way." His hearing isn't what it used to be. Conversations in busy restaurants are hard. He swapped mystery novels for audiobooks with subtitles. These shifts are natural. Hearing often declines first, especially higher-pitched tones. Vision may blur or become more sensitive to glare. Colors seem dimmer. And when taste and smell dull, food loses some of its joy. But there's a hidden gift in adapting. Percival has embraced assistive technologies, like his new smart hearing aid that connects to his phone, and turned mealtimes into experiences with texture and spice, not just flavor. He's also learned that sharing these changes with others improves relationships. When his family speaks more clearly and patiently, he feels less isolated and more engaged. "It's not about what I've lost," he says. "It's about how I tune in differently now." Regular checkups, prescription adjustments, and embracing tools like light-enhancing glasses, larger print books, and flavor-enhancing herbs can make a big difference. Adaptation isn't a loss, it's a shift in perception. Comment senses shift below if you've noticed this in your own journey or someone close to you. Shift number 5. Meaning becomes the main character. In your 80s, something truly powerful happens. You stop racing and you start savoring. You begin to focus less on what you're doing and more on what it means. Eustace, 84, a jazz pianist from Georgia, says he spends more time watching birds than crowds. "I used to chase applause," he says. "Now I chase peace." This stage of life naturally leads us toward introspection, gratitude, and legacy building. Seniors often find themselves reviewing their life's journey, asking big questions, and reconnecting with the things they truly value. It's a phase where many rekindle old hobbies, write down life lessons, or simply spend quiet mornings with a cup of tea and a prayer. For Eustace, it meant recording his final album, not for fame, but as a gift to his grandchildren. Reflection also brings healing. Many seniors use this time to make amends, express forgiveness, and let go of old regrets. This emotional growth can improve mental health and leave a lasting impact on those around them. Whether it's journaling, guided meditations, or simply sitting in silence, the practice of reflection is both calming and transformative. Eustace says, "I used to feel time. Now I feel my soul." Families can support this journey by asking questions, listening deeply, and creating space for elders to tell their stories. These reflections become gifts that outlive the moment. They become a legacy. In your 80s, the heart often takes the lead. And in that space, life becomes not just something you live, but something you cherish. Final thoughts. As you can see, aging into your 80s isn't just a series of changes, it's a profound transformation. Yes, the body changes. Yes, the mind shifts. But so does your outlook, your relationships, and your sense of purpose. We'd love to hear which of these points resonated most with you. Was it the change in energy, the deeper thinking, or the focus on meaning? Please comment below with one insight you gained today and how you're applying it in your life. Your story could inspire someone else on their own journey. And if this video spoke to you, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement today. At Elderly Active Life, we're here every single day with new videos to keep you moving, thinking, and living fully. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.